Hello everyone, I'm Dylan. Yes, I am sucrose. Egg!
How strange. It hasn't changed one bit.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you eventually.
This doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Nope.
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Me, whenever I see somebody cute, I ask about.
Yeah, we've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer.
Yes, there is. Paimon, my dialogue. Ah! They're like, we're talking about the stove god thing, but I don't know what's going on with you.
Oh, and Traveler, could you come with me?
Why?
Huh?
I'm tired.
What are you staring at me for? Go on. Go get on with your cooking.
Okay. So is those like horns, or is that your hair? I'll be right back. Don't worry. I'm gonna make some food. Chili mince cornbread buns? That sounds not as good as I want it to. I've done it! I got this thing! And with the power of friendship, the egg will hatch, and there will be a new lord and master of this world. Mary Queen, babe.
We're back.
The dinosaur movie, where the kid gets turned into a monkey until the evil guy who has the screw for an eye turns the dinosaurs into, like, real dinosaurs.
The Traveler and I made one each. Here, have it.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Everyone's.
Hmm?
Both. Phrasing?
What is it? What does that face mean?
This flavor. I've tasted it before. Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler.
Did I win?
It tastes wonderful and quite amazingly. Somehow it took me right back to my childhood. When my grandfather was still around.
Yeah. Which one was better, though? It's cereal in a bowl! I mean, that's all you do. We put cereal in a bowl.
He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean.
Exactly! History is written by the winners. Does it mean it's true?
Are cornbread buns really that?
Yeah,
old?
corn was, like, crazy in the 1800s. You should look it up on YouTube.
At least in my family it is. Might we call them chili mince cornbread buns?
I know, I made that.
They're a
What is that?
Seeing Guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish.
Liar!
How did you first meet?
I found him in a wild cage.
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I brought with me on it.
So he's a god.
Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up, I found out that Guoba had eaten every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family now.
So he's a god.
Hold up! Stop the conversation. Look! The stone!
The power of friendship combines you. What is that? What is that supposed to be? Is that Guoba, but like superhero form?
It burst open!
It's...
Guoba?
Guoba? What are you... What?
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Get out of here, Grandma!
After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stove.
Oh.
Guoba is a god?
Yes.
You asked me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes, the stove god has always been a deity with great affection for
deity.
the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are not the same thing.
But they are. Now way.
Passion can be a technique.
No!
Skill,
You lie!
masterful chefs,
Don't lie to me anymore, grandmother!
just now,
Who ate the fish?
Power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past.
Is that a banana?
Of course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us all along.
That's a god?
How does it feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Ah, look at him. Still so majestic.
He looks a lot weirder, I'll say that.
Days? Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from now?
He got out of shape! He didn't use his treadmill anymore.
Oh, yes. Back in his but all the wisdom and power he had then.
A god surrendering their power to the soil.
What a dummy.
Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being.
Until he killed everybody.
The people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gueli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gueli Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move.
Alright.
Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human.
He dummy.
He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber. The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chilimen's cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way.
Who's that? Is that Azdaha? But he was evil.
Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's good grace.
Who that?
Years
Got
have
you.
gone by. The world has transformed, but our way of life survives.
Oh, I know who that is. It's the other guy. Help! I'm in the ocean by myself.
Fame and fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
Is she go out the well? Who that? On the bottom right, who is that?
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
Head on an empty stomach.
If you're riding on a horse.
A humble meal of maize and spring water is also
Corn.
profound.
Guoba, this is kind of a huge deal.
He
Why didn't
dummy.
you say anything?
He dummy.
He is not who he once was.
Oh,
Guoba, but
Xiangling.
He dummy.
He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he
Threw it away
possessed,
so that we could waste our time playing video games and
Take good
eating
care
Mountain
of
Dew by the
Go out
handful.
to
I will.
Cornbread buns he ate.
What if she put like a box of cereal down? Would you still follow her?
After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home.
But I have no
You wanted
memories.
Nothing.
You may be the first person
Nothing.
in history to give the stove god the
I love Charlotte's cookie!
If that's true, I couldn't be happier.
Well then, it's getting late and I
And
still
money.
have things to do. Time for me to say goodbye.
Do you want to go out?
Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much.
Go away. Goodbye forever! Where's the restaurant? It's far closer to the teleporter thing, isn't it? Help me! Your father, where is he? He's dead!
I'm back.
Goodbye forever.
Oh no, Guoba's taken off.
He's dead. Hey, what's happening with you?
Oh, it's you. Hello there, old friend.
Oh, bless my soul.
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Thank you. I love your voice.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he...
So, Guoba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Scary. Get out of the shot!
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time.
Lies!
Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moon Chase.
It didn't really make sense. But we never, like, did anything at night. And all we did was cook things. I chased the moon because I'm insane. Also, I can still see you in the shot! Get out of here! I've done it! No! What does this do? What is this? Why do these all off camera? Because they were just kind of fight enemies. What's this? Why I did that? Sorry. What?
Ah, you can say that again.
Indeed. To have mastered the craft at her age lends credence to the old aphorism that heroes are made young.
Check about. She's 747 years old. Alright, I guess that's it. Wait, Madam Ping! How are you doing that? Is that a shadow clone? Wait, she has no glasses. Wait, will you clap for me?
I'll protect us.
Yay! Yay! Alright. I guess that's it. Alright. Well, that was fun. I liked the event, even though we never really chased the moon. Even though it's right there. Alright. It's my uncle's son! Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you eventually. Help me with the water! Why don't you help me? What are you feeding? You're not even doing anything, are you? Are you insane?